Hey, I'm Kirby. You're watching KIRBBQ. I'm continuing a video that I started from last week, which was with my interview with Rick Flora of Grate Smoke. The first part of the video, I was just talking to Rick, and he was sharing some of his experience as a barbecue competition team. So this part of the video is going to pick up where we left off with him starting his chicken cook and his rib cook. I just want to share something. After we, you know what, I think I'm feeling some inspiration. I'm going to borrow a page from Jeff Pavekis of Give It to God and get close up on the camera like this here. And of course I gotta say, and Jeff, you know I love you, right? Especially if you're watching. But I wanted to say this about Rick. After we filmed that cook, the following week he competed at the Fredericksburg Jamboree barbecue competition here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. It was a 2-day competition. The first day, total there was 54 teams there the first day, and he finished 30th overall. He placed 20th in chicken. I didn't get his rib score. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't write it down. But he finished 20th in chicken, so that's pretty good. Out of 54 teams, he finished in the top half with his chicken. And on the second day, he finished 28 overall. There was 28 overall out of 43 teams, and his chicken still was holding in the top category. In the top percentage, came in 22nd overall. Again, I don't know why I didn't write down his rib score, but his chicken was 20th on the first day, 22nd on the second day. The following week, he competed in the Chesapeake Jubilee, also here in Virginia, and he finished 3rd place overall with a strong. He finished 7th in chicken and 5th in ribs. And that one, I'm just sharing all those stats just to show that I'm not sure, a little disclaimer, I'm not sure if what he shared in this cook is the exact recipe he used in those competitions, but just to show that he wasn't this guy isn't a slouch. He did an excellent cook after this video. After we shot this last video, we went out and did a tremendous job out there on the circuit. So if you're looking for a recipe to try, again, I'm not sure if this is what he used when he was actually out there, because sometimes we'll switch something up from what we practice at home. So if you're looking for a recipe to try, maybe you might want to try this. Alright, with that being said, we're going to go to the next cook. As you see, I got my 270 rolling today. Come back next week, and we'll be showing you, I'll be not demonstrating, but I'll be cooking on the 270, and I'll be uploading that video. So come back next week, and we'll be talking about that. Alright, thanks guys. I hope you have a blessed Memorial Day. And as since I took a page from Jeff, I guess I got to conclude it the way Jeff would conclude it. What are you waiting for? Give your life to Christ. Alright, y'all have a blessed day. Thank you to those who served in Memorial Day. We celebrate the men and women who gave their lives for our country. So just want to thank those men and women who in the past who sacrificed so we can enjoy the freedoms that we have today. Y'all have a blessed Memorial Day. Bye. Go.
Okay, we already kind of started our chicken prep last night. It's, nothing anybody else probably doesn't already do, and if you watch Kirby's channel enough, or you're in barbecue yourself, just try to make your chicken look nice, and some people scrape and some people don't, and we're kind of playing around today with some we scraped. I think these are the ones we scraped, and these are the ones that we didn't. But we rolled these bad boys up to kind of like memory,
muscle memory
with the skin on them. last night, so they don't, hopefully that they'll stay together on the fire today. We trimmed the knuckles off at each end last night. Trimmed them down to whatever, about 3 inches, and then we trimmed the edges of the skin and made them kind of rectangular shaped and fit them on there. And this is really the first time that we're doing it where you leave the edges exposed. Up until now, we've pretty much just wrapped it, like it's in a sack almost. And and I've seen other teams where they wrap it in a little sack looking, or and I think it looks presentation wise, I think it looks a little bit better. Those will stay together, I think, pretty good. Like I said, these will be the ones that we scraped. That one, I don't. Some of them, I hate scraping chicken, so I didn't get too aggressive with them. We're just practicing today. So plus, my wife made me do all this since there's no way to win money, right? Well, you're not giving me no money for this, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so the rubs, and like I said, I got a little aggressive right there. Got a couple of pinholes through it, but
there you go.
Okay. Today we're going with some Lot of Bull, Mike and Debbie Davis's Red Dirt for the base coat on here, and we're just going to do the bottoms like that. I'm going to keep these in 2 separate pans, so because if I don't, I will screw it up and get the scraped mixed in with the unscraped, and I won't know what's what.
Now let's talk about chicken for a minute. It's not a secret. Are you using any particular brand of chicken? Are you going organic, or are you just getting the yellow stuff from your regular local grocery store?
No, these are Catherine, my wife, goes and pretty much buys all of our chicken, our ribs, and our pork. We have gotten our briskets online, and then we picked up a couple of other briskets at Urbana from Ron Bullock, who there's some type of a brisket lottery thing that I don't quite understand, but I want to get involved with. It's some kind of a Wagyu. I think he said it was Strood Farms or something like that. I could be completely wrong. But these are Springer Mountain Farms. I think that's what it is. So yeah, it's Food Line, I think is where she gets them from. Yeah. So they are organic, I think they are. And then I think they just don't have a lot of, like you said, the yellow, like Purdue or Tyson. They just don't have a lot of fat underneath the skin, so it's not as much effort if you're going to scrape to get it all out. That's it. So the second one, we're going to come back some Cosmo's Killer Bee, and after we coat the bottoms of each one of these, I do the first one where I hold it, and then the second one I just hit it while it's in the pan. We're going to just let them sit there kind of in sweat, if you want to call it that, for a few minutes, and then we'll roll them over and get the edges and the tops real good. This is one of the things that they say, they've been brought up in a couple of classes to just You know, let the chicken kind of
Dry brine.
yeah, but yeah, basically, yeah, exactly, for a few minutes to kind of sweat and absorb some of that rub on the bottom. Yeah, so that was a lot of boil again. And we're going to come back with killer bees. And it's just however much you like. Alright, so we'll let those kind of chill for a few minutes. We'll flip them over and we'll do the exact same thing. And then we're going to set them off to, like Kirby said, to kind of dry brine for a little bit. And then they'll go on the smoker here.
Okay.
Good? Alright, so we've taken the chicken out. It's dry brine for a little while. We're going to inject it with some Butcher's Bird Booster. And these are like, what was it, 3mm little vet needles.
Show them their needle.
Okay.
Check out that needle.
Yeah.
Hypodermic. He's injecting it full of crack.
Yeah,
well,
pretty much. Chicken crack. Yeah. And we just kind of, you know, go into each piece of chicken. Like I said, this is the test run with the Butcher's Bird Booster. We generally have just done, you know, chicken broth, and that's, you know, been what we've used. But we had this. I think my dad gave it to us, and I thought, you know what, today, seeing as how we're trying something a little bit new, why not go ahead and try a different injection. So we're going to do this on each piece of chicken for all 8. And then got one more step to do, and then we'll throw it on the smoker.
Alright. Just going to watch them inject one more.
Okay. Going over here, so maybe that's a little bit easier to see. Probably if I wasn't blocking you. And this stuff is kind of like it's got the color of almost like a apple juice.
And you can just see the chicken just swell up as he's injecting, so it's really absorbing all of his injection mixture.
Yeah, and we'll let it sit a little bit longer with that in there, and then we'll go around with some butter, putting it around the edges. It'll go on the smoker, but we'll show you that in next clip, I guess.
Alright, see you then.
Alright. Okay, so we finished injecting the chicken with the Butcher's Bird Booster. So we're going to cut some butter into some pats to put in the pans for when they go into the smoker. And I know some teams use certain brands of butter, certain manufacturers. This is just what we had from last week's competition, and we're just going to use it up. It's a European butter. Supremo Italiano. So there you go. European butter. And if I don't have enough, I might open this James Farms. But seeing as how we're just doing this for entertainment purposes and practice purposes, we're going to probably make this last. We'll stretch it all out. Alright.
Have you seen any difference in scraping and not scraping your chicken?
Scraping and not scraping. You know, I don't know, because I know when we did Urbana, we did not scrape our chicken, but it came out like we wanted it to, and we traded pieces with Adam, our neighbor there from Old Colony, just to try each other's chicken. And he had a buddy there, and he came over and tried the chicken as well. And then after his buddy took like the second bite of ours that was not scraped, he had the skin kind of pull out or off, which I was kind of like, ah, crap. But like I said, it was like the second bite, and so we're hoping that the judges, you know, normally only take one bite. Hopefully, maybe two if they like it. But Adam that day, he scraped, and you know, I guess it's all preference. What do you, when you're judging, can you tell any difference when you look at it? You know.
Looking at it, no, I can't tell any difference. But
taste-wise, is it, you think there's any?
Taste-wise, here's what I've noticed: the skin will pull right off.
Right.
If it's not what you've experienced. And in my own experience, for me personally, if I don't scrape, I don't get to. I'll run into the issue of what you said. If I go in for that second bite, the skin,
flip the piece around, maybe it might pull off.
It'll pull off.
Yeah.
And I know some guys will probably use the food glue to help tack it on, but I don't want to do that.
Right.
That's my personal preference. But judging now.
Well, we're hoping today that we got two pans here. We got one scraped, one I kind of scraped and kind of didn't. So we're hoping to get two sample bites where the skin bites through, and it's you know, like it should be for a contest. So we'll see. If you want to, we'll just go ahead and put this chicken on right now.
Okay then. All right, I'll follow you over there.
Okay.
Do some Blair Witch type stuff.
There we go. Yeah.
All right.
Nobody trip and fall. Okay, we got. That's the partially scraped. This one's gonna be the unscraped. I'm gonna throw these on the top of our 270. That's what we do as competition. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I was kind of running a little guru check today. I got a misfire there. Alright, apple juice. There we go. Just give these a little squirt while I got it open. Apple juice. And we'll close them back up. And we'll check on the chicken back here in about 40 minutes or so, see where we're at. Alright?
Alright. See you guys in 40 minutes.
Alright. So the chicken's been on, what do we say, about 40 minutes or so. And we'll take them in and temp them. If we're lucky, they're probably around 145-ish. That one.
All right.
Yeah, 151 right there. 159. Ooh. further along than I was hoping. Yeah. Sheesh. These two right here are 175 and plus, so I don't understand that. Someone explained to me how 2 different pans of chicken are 2 different
One
temperatures.
side was a little bit hotter.
Yeah, obviously. Good gracious.
I noticed that the other day.
Yeah. So one of these is not going to get foiled as long as the other one. We're just going to cover them up. I know that foil's got to sound great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Awesome sound.
Yeah, everybody.
Lovely, lovely.
You probably getting everybody killing this. I ain't watching the rest of this video. That's killing my ears. All right, we're gonna put these back on for a little bit. I think I just reversed them. I hope so. We'll find out in a little bit. I'm gonna just check these out, see how they're doing.
Oh man, they're looking beautiful.
Yeah, they're not too
Hope
bad.
that's coming real good on the camera.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll let those go a little bit longer, then we'll wrap them up. We'll let those sit on there for, one of them's not going to sit very long. And I'm going to heat the rib sauce up here, or the chicken sauce up here next.
Alright.
So, this is a induction cooking surface. And we use these for heating up sauces and injections, au jus for the brisket, anything else we need while we're in the trailer or at a competition. It'll hold your temperature, whatever you set it at. Right here with the adjustable knob, and it'll hold it for however many minutes you want it to. Of course, they work with the induction type of a pot. You can't just use any old pot on there. And they're you know, hot to or cool to the touch. It's really not going to burn you. So even I can't hurt myself with it. So we'll get this up to temp. Then when those chicken come off, we'll dunk them in it. We'll set them back on there for 10-15 minutes to set them. We'll take them off. Let them cool for a few minutes, and then we'll take a bite and see how they are.
Alright, so see you guys in a few. Stick around now, don't go nowhere.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't want to miss this chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken on the 270 smoker. Alright.
Now we're going to do the dance. We got one pan of chicken that's a little ahead of the other one. So this one's going to come off. We're going to set it in our chicken sauce, put it back on here, and then we'll come back and catch the other one. This happens every once in a while. These are kind of at the temp we were looking for, which was these got maybe a little ahead of what we were looking for actually, but we're going to work with them. They were about 170. So I'm going to try to do this without making a mess. This is usually where my wife takes over, but she's out at doing her thing on Saturday, spending our money, I should say. I fixed that real fast, and we'll let's see what we look like. We use this little curly pigtail grabber to grab underneath of the chicken. Try not to poke a hole through the top, but sometimes it just don't work out that way. think I'm going to do is I'll run over to the smoker and pull those others off that we covered up a few minutes ago. They've had an extra couple of minutes, and I'll put those in here as well.
And as you notice, he's dunking his chicken in the sauce, and a lot of guys in competition would do that to help ensure that there's nice even coverage of the sauce around their chicken.
And we'll do that. Like I said, I'm going to grab the other one, we'll do the other 4, and we'll put it back in there to set the sauce. So let's grab the other pan. My little prime barbecue brush that I'll use down the road.
Shout out to Christopher Prado if he's watching.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on that sticker you said you were going to send me and put it on my door. So, no rush. I know you're down at Kannapolis today competing, so just whenever you get a minute. This sauce is it's a blend of commercial sauce, Blues Hog, and a couple of other things, and honestly I can't tell you what it is, not because I don't want to, it's because my wife makes it up. And and like I said, she's not here right now, but it's I know it's Blues Hog, and it's not our traditional what we have been using on chicken, but it's what it's close enough for today. It's actually, this is our rib sauce, but we're going to try it on some chicken today. So that's what she's going to look like.
Look at that. It's looking good already.
Yeah, we're going to set her back on the smoker and let this sauce set for 10 minutes or so, and then these will be done.
Alright fellas, it is now the moment of truth. We're about to try some of this chicken, man. It looks good, it smells good, and if he's Rookie of the Year, he was Rookie of the Year of Mamba, so I'm sure it's going to taste great. Alright, let's see. Just dig in?
Whichever one you want, man, go for it.
Alright.
I don't remember, I think that's a good one right there, yeah. I hope it's not scalding hot anymore. We'll see. Still hot.
Still hot. And you can see getting plenty of moisture from it. Really good flavor profile. I can't complain about no good chicken. This is a good recipe.
Got a little heat.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much for you?
No,
No?
for me. I like heat.
Yeah.
Not having any problem with skin. Moisture is excellent, man.
Yeah. I think that bird booster really added something to it. Like I said, it's the first time we've tried that bird booster. We might have to add that to the arsenal. Yeah. Not bad.
Eat the oyster. This is some good chicken, guys.
Yeah. It's not bad. I say still myself. Yeah. I still think I grabbed one that I didn't scrape as much. So I still think we're going to have to do a little better job of scraping the skin, because I think the piece that I had, the skin may have been a little bit chewy.
Okay.
Because I didn't scrape all of them like I did. I think you may have got one that we did.
It's skin seemed a little thin on this one.
Yeah, but the flavor I thought was really good.
Flavor's good.
Yeah.
The tenderness for me is where I like it. I know some judges. I know some judges and guys, they shoot for that 200 mark or a little bit over. I don't like it that.
No, I think it's too dry then.
Yeah.
For me, it's too dry.
I like it right there. That's about what I like to have a little bit of texture to it. But
yeah.
Some KIRBBQ approved.
All right. That's what we were shooting for today.
That's some good chicken. With chicken, good recipe.
Thank you.
And it was done on a 270 smoker. So
Yes, sir.
if you guys are interested in getting a 270 smoker, this chicken was done on 270 smoker. Good recipe, great flavor, awesome cook.
He's no slouch himself. Don't let him fool you either.
Stay tuned. We got the ribs coming up next. Hold on.
All right.